Hey everyone, welcome back to another special episode of Grow Your Tutoring Business. Today we have a super special announcement. Teasing us over the last few days has been Vicky. Vicky, what have you been teasing in the group?
I've been teasing about an event that we've got lined up, 14th of July this year. It wasn't initially going to happen this year, but now it is. And
Mm.
some eagle-eyed people actually spotted it yesterday. So the event that we're putting on in July is TutorFest.
Oh, it's exciting. I mean, this has been something we've been talking about for quite a while, for about 4 or 5 months now, maybe longer, maybe longer. We all on the back of our live event. So when we started doing the meetups back in September, I think the second one we did the first one in Manchester. The second one was in Newcastle. Is that right? It
Yes,
was in
yeah.
Newcastle where it was first mentioned, and we were talking about conferences and Atomicon and the things that we kind of love to go to, those events that help inspire us. And I'd love to take credit for this, but I won't. I'll pass it over to Vicky. Vicky was saying that, conferences are okay, but what we would love to do is have a festival, like that celebration of the tuition industry. And that was when we first sort of said the words TutorFest. But if anybody spent any time with myself or Vicky, you'll know that our brains whiz at a million miles an hour. And then by the end of that conversation, we're in some kind of weird fantasy land of a festival with big tops and tents and all sorts of different arenas going along, like literally going bigger than
A
Glastonbury.
circus,
Yeah,
literally.
yeah.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like that, we are still
That's
planning
next
that.
year.
Yeah, that's still under planning. And but we just decided this year, like, why not? Why not have a go? And then I'm going to use the royal we. We started researching potential venues, or Vicky did. And we found somewhere that is quite quirky. It's big. It can fit 120 of us in there. Have a stage. We can dress it up and it's going to look amazing. And it's in what sort of place is it, Vicky?
It's a crypt.
So it's quite haunting. But actually, no, it's not. It's actually a really lovely, airy, light space.
It's
And it's,
gorgeous.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really welcoming. And I can't wait to share it all with you. Um, so TutorFest 2025, July the 14th, where it's going to be 9 till 5, which
All
is
day.
all day.
Yeah. Because this is the other thing. Off the back of our live events, has been the feedback. It's finished too soon. We
Mm.
want more, the people say. The people demand.
And so we're going to provide it. So we want to have you all day. Okay. We want to look after you all day. We're going to make sure that from the moment you arrive to the moment you leave, you're going to be having a time where you're going to be learning. You're going to be inspired by the people who are talking. Loads of chance to like network and just, do you know what? Just experience something which is like a celebration of tuition and a celebration of each other and the kind of journey that we've all been on, whether that is like away from the classroom, away from mainstream teaching, or just that kind of move towards creating like your dream life. And even if you're still on that journey now, and you're going to want to reach the next phase of your business, this is just such a going to be such a perfect place. We've also, it's probably fair to say that we're trying to punch above our weight a little bit with trying to reach people who would have some kind of interest into what we're trying to do, our mission and our vision at Tutors Who Thrive. And like Vicky, because like I think she would say, like, she's got no shame. She'll just put herself out there and send these messages off, regardless of whether we get these potential rejections. But the actual truth is that people are really invested in it when they hear about like what we're trying to do at Tutors Who Thrive. And so we've got like a special announcement that we're going to put out tomorrow. We want to tease you a little bit right now, though. Do you want to give us a little bit of a teaser, Vicky? Like, what have we done? What have we been doing?
Well, yeah, we've just been reaching out, like you say, trying to make friends with some celebs off the telly and telling them what we're up to. what we're doing, and they don't want to keep away.
Mm.
They're
Yeah,
dead
they're
keen to get
rushing.
involved.
Yeah, desperate to get involved.
Yeah.
Desperate. But it's really exciting that when we do go and have these conversations, and like with people who perhaps might seem like too busy or just just have other things going on, that they are like, oh my god, this is amazing, we would love to get involved, and we just want to try and make sure that it works. It's just they just want to have a piece of it. So we we're going to announce this tomorrow, and I can't wait. I can't wait. And there's other things attached to it which are just going to make the event really special. But also, that's amazing. But in its own right, it's the community of tutors that make it work, and that's you guys, and that's not only from attending but also being speakers as well. And what we've done is we've just lined up some speakers to come and inspire you, and people who are running successful businesses, people who have done it like with daytime tuition as a bit of a theme in the morning. So we've got a couple of people talking to you about how they've utilized daytime tuition. We've got someone closing the event who left teaching about 6 7 years ago, and has just created just this amazing life out of tutoring. And I can't wait. I've heard her talk before. It's always inspiring. I've always learned something new. And even when I'm having conversations with her sort of outside of like tuition events, whether that's like through text messaging or maybe through a TTA event, there's always something she brings to the table to make you think about my business slightly differently, whether that's through really high level questions that she asks, but also just through that passion for supporting people, and particularly young people who might be struggling in school. And that's Lucy Alexander Spencer. Now, if you're not sure who Lucy is, go and search for her on LinkedIn, because she just has the most craziest of lives to do with tutoring. Last week, I think she was in the Bahamas.
Yeah, enviable. I would
I
use
would
that
call it
word.
that too.
Yeah.
And she's just going to shine a light on a different way of thinking about tuition in general, but also just creating your dream life from it, whatever that may look like. Who else have we got, Vicky? Who else is going to inspire us?
So we've got the wonderful Chrissy Berry, who she is, I'd say she's a bit of an expert in the home ed and
Mm.
EOTAS market.
Yeah.
Uh, and she has really quickly changed her life through tuition as well. Um, and not only for herself, but she's just doing so much good for working with a lot of children in care, really difficult circumstances. She's set up this not-for-profit, I don't know, I can't remember the real words, but this exam centre,
Mm,
because they had no exam centre in Cornwall where she is, and she's just done it.
mm,
So Chrissy's amazing, and then I know that loads of people will be really inspired by her.
mm. Yeah, and to carry on that daytime tuition, but with a slightly different theme, is the international tuition market with Jane Billum. Although she's talking to us about a number of things, just that theme of creating the life that you need. Most of you will know Jane's story about leaving teaching because of having a family, and then it like going back into teaching wasn't quite the right fit, and then just trying to find another way of making it all work. And so she's become an expert in anything international. And so between these two, Chrissy and Jane in the morning, we can really going to have like a masterclass of daytime tuition and the different businesses that you can create, or revenue streams that you can create, and how you can get involved. And so that's really exciting. There's a real takeaway there for business. What we want to do is create this purpose. And I think the morning's going to do that for us. But it doesn't end there.
Mhm.
We've also put together a panel of people which they all have their own speciality that they bring in. So this expert panel, I asked my friend Arthur Moore to come along because he's an expert at pedagogy, and he's also just got good connections with other people. He's just got this wealth of knowledge that he'll be able to bring to the panel. And what we're going to do is we're just going to set some questions out for them. some what we call some hard hitting but frequently asked questions to help us all like figure out a way forward that's right for us. So we are for more with pedagogy because what he did to me was convince me that you really do need to focus on the core aspect of tuition, which is teaching, and you don't want to take your eye off of that because that is essentially what sells your business. Wait, you, Vicky, who else? Who are you looking forward to seeing or hearing on the panel?
Well, yeah, I'm excited about the panel because
Mm.
we're going to ask for questions in advance, aren't we?
Yeah,
And then a bit like question time with a
yeah,
twist. I'm Davina McCall running around with the mic, I think.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
keep saying I'm Dumbledore, but that's wrong, isn't it? What's his name?
Bumblebee. Oh
It's
no,
not
Dimblebee.
Dimbleby. Well, Bumblebee's Transformers, so Dimbleby. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our second lovely panelist is going to be Ilana King, who I know most people will probably already know her name. She is an expert in entrance exam specialist. So any questions on 7+, 11+, independent
Mm.
schools, Ilana's your lady, isn't she?
She is the one, and she's so knowledgeable, but not just knowledgeable on those things, but she has a way of making it fun.
Oh, her
Right.
passion, yeah,
Yeah. And the
is.
way she can set up her lessons, and there's so much to learn from Alana. She's very good at what she does.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Matthew Kernier. We record a podcast together as well, but a real friend of Tutors Who Thrive. He he runs Capital Tuition Group. He's the founder, and he scaled the business. It's a fairly large business now, and that's happening. He's been doing that for the last 10 years. So he brings like an experienced head to a larger organization. So for those of you who are either scaling and would like to go rather large and have an agency, and you've got agency type questions, he's your guy. He knows what he's doing, and he's been there and done it. He's walked the walk. So I'm excited to hear what he has to say in general, but of anything about agency and growth. I mean, but also he just brings a little bit of fun as well. Like he loves business. He's passionate about it. I'd probably say he's addicted to it as well. And so he kind of just lives and breathes it, really.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay, and our next guest is our own Sarah Webb, who is our Tutors Who Thrive representative down in the Southeast. So she's been running networking events for a while
Yeah.
for tutors, but had agreed when we started to do our events in the UK to be the face of the Southeast. So she puts on amazing training, and herself, she is an expert in dyslexia. She has her own very successful tuition business. Yeah, so that's our.
And she's also actually like built her business up and had an employed tutors. I don't think she does right now, but she's been there and done that. So she brings a lot of experience to the table. And then we've got Matt Wilkinson, who completed the course the same time as you. Was it the same course as you, Vicky?
Yeah, so I like to say that we feel like we're in the same school year,
The
like,
same school, yeah. Yeah, I
yeah,
like the same
like
cohort.
graduated together, that kind of thing, that kind of feeling.
And his business, similar to you, has just gone from strength to strength. And he brings that kind of like, I suppose that the inspiration for those who are just starting out that anything's possible.
Yeah,
And he did a
absolutely.
talk at the TTA conference last year. Yeah, it was last year. It doesn't feel like that now. Last year, and
October, yeah.
yeah, and packed out a room and just had so many plaudits for the way that he spoke and the kind of information that he was sharing. And so it really was a no-brainer to invite him up. Although I know it's been a bit of a squeeze for him to fit it in because he's getting married. And I
Yeah.
think he's got a party that weekend. But he agreed. I think he got the okay and the nod from his soon to be wife that it was okay.
Yeah.
So we're really excited, and we're keeping one surprise just under our hat for now. We're going to talk a little bit more about that surprise tomorrow. We'll announce it properly. But for now, that's probably enough. So there's a lot of information there to take in about who's coming and when it is. I don't think there's anything else to share right now.
And we'll be there, you and
We'll
me.
we'll be there. We'll be talking.
We'll
We're
be
gonna be
chatting as
sort
well.
yeah. We'll talk more about our stuff another time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's leave it there. We can't wait to share more with you. More information will be fed out over the next sort of week or so. You can contact us at the usual spaces if you have any questions. But we can't wait. We cannot wait until we get to see you all in this amazing space on July the 14th, 2025. TutorFest.
Put it in your
Exciting.
diary. Yeah.
Right. We'll speak to you all soon, everyone.